So what is EVE Vanguard? It's the latest attempt by CCP Games, the makers of EVE Online and Dust 514, to bring human-scale FPS action to the new Eden universe. The game is still very much in early development, but we are now on the third major update to the game titled Groundbreak. Available as an open playtest on the 28th of November until the 9th of December. Previous tests have been behind the EVE Online paid-for Amiga subscription, but CCP are offering players access codes to play the game for free this time around. All you need to do is go to the EVE Vanguard Discord and apply in the Get Access channel. Provided they've got the bot up and running again, you'll get a code valid for the duration of the test. Groundbreak features 4 open maps for you to explore, 2 variants of Carrion and Solstice, allowing players to loot the battlefield for materials and equipment, complete contracts for credits, or simply shoot things, both NPCs and other players. The gameplay loop is deploy planetside to loot the battlefield and complete contracts to get materials and cash that you need to upgrade your gear. Players can extract at any time using the extraction beacon. This and other items such as deployable shields or more ammo can be crafted in match. Looting can take the form of opening scattered cargo boxes around the battlefield, using the cutting tool to open panels or mining ore nodes, completing non-contract objectives such as the escape pods, contraband, refining, mining rights, etc. can also reward you with the materials you need. Better gear in EVE Vanguard takes the form of chipsets. Augmentations to your gun that allows you to increase the fire rate, apply more damage, change the scope and change the firing mode, e.g. burst or semi-automatic fire. These chipsets come in 3 different tier levels, flawed, standard and improved. They are not just straight upgrades though. An amplified chipset may increase your gun's damage, but at the cost of increased recoil. Fitting your gun in a way that suits your playstyle therefore will be important. To make chipsets you'll first need blueprints. These can be purchased in the market. Vanguard offers you limited run copies, so once you've used them they're gone in a similar way to EVE Online. Once you have the necessary blueprint and required materials you can craft, with the outcome being one of several predetermined variants. There's a short waiting time for things to be made. At this point I'm assuming it's a proof of concept for when crafting more exotic loot comes in, but at this point it just serves as an annoyance. Given how early we are in Vanguard's development, it is a stripped back experience with only one gun available, the Core 80 assault rifle. Although this is able to be customized using chipsets, 2 gun loadouts, Alpha and Beta, can be switched to on the fly in match. This means you could set up your Alpha loadout as your close quarters weapon, and your Beta as your long range, modifying it with 2x scope and a semi-automatic chipset. Sadly, there's not even the option for a sidearm, but the Nova Knife has been added for when enemies get within stabbing range. No switching required, it's your default melee strike. Groundbreak also features a 9v9 PvP mode. Called Insurgency, these take place on a section of the Carrion map. In a callback to Dust 514, you are tasked with holding orbital cannons. Those under your control will target the enemy ship, the Mobile Command Center, better known as the MCC. To capture a cannon, you just need to be within its zone of control. Those you've captured will slowly bring down the enemy MCC health. Teams will share a clone reserve with an additional clone added every 2 minutes. If you run out of clones, you'll have to wait for the next timer to count down. Be aware it applies to the whole team, so you might want to hover over that reclone button to get there first. On completion, victory or defeat, you'll extract with your gear. The only exception is if you're in the death screen, at least for the Groundbreak build. So make sure you quickly reclone when MCC health is low. The 9v9 may seem a curious choice, but this fits the total player count on the open world maps. CCP advised this was 18 for the Solstice test, although it has been in 21 in previous First Strike builds. This mode is very much a first pass with little in the way of being able to assist your team. There's no option to revive other players, nano hives to resupply your teammates with ammo, or drop uplinks to help players spawn in good locations. That said, it's been a lot of fun to play and I'm keen to enjoy this mode with the chaos that mass testing can bring. I'm happy that CCP are going in this direction. A dedicated PvP mode was heavily requested by players since they first got their hands on the game in First Strike, and that feedback has been heard. So if you want to join the Groundbreak playtest, head over to the Vanguard Discord for your free access code. If you have an Omega subscription in EVE Online, it should already be an option on your launcher. Groundbreak has made a few of my old guides obsolete, especially the mission ones, but I'll be releasing more content covering the gameplay in detail as the playtest continues. So subscribe if you want to learn about more EVE Vanguard.